If you are over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Hello fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News Insider. I am Wongel Zelalem, bringing you the story. Today's story comes from Calgary. This black woman was spat on and called the N-word for allowing a man to pass next to her. Let me show you a clip we'll come back and discuss.
Growing up as a Canadian Jamaican, having two immigrant parents, worked tirelessly to provide a safe and loving environment, has been a wholesome experience. They taught me that kindness and respect are to be given to each individual, no matter what they may look like or where they come from. Over the past 22 years, I have upheld these values and continue to implement these teachings in my day-to-day life. Being a Black woman in Canada has its struggles. I've been stereotyped on multiple occasions, more than I can count. Whether it be being racially profiled as a retail employee, follows me around the store assuming I'm going to shoplift, along with discrimination and systematic biases that are still prevalent in today's society. But never until February 11th, 2021, on my own mother's birthday, did I have another human being completely disregard my right to decency and respect. While attempting to enter the Dollarama store, in the worst possible way, I was racially targeted simply because of the dark brown complexion of my skin. An unmasked stranger who felt that as though my Blackness was a menace to his presence thought it'd be okay to assault me. He locked eyes with me, approached me, and spat in my face and body, shortly after shouting, "You N-word." And again, quickly again, with more raging anger and hatred in his voice, he repeated himself. "Yeah, I called you an effing N-word." The blare in his voice lingers in my head, and the image of his face cannot seem to evade my memory. That racial slur is not something that I savor or retain in my vocabulary. It carries centuries of anguish and hostility towards people that came before me and who look just like me. The same racial slur used hundreds of years ago to offend Black people miserably draws and builds on historical oppression that evidently still lives on today. This offense has impacted my life in ways that I did not know were possible. I've become paranoid and traumatized since this horrific incident. I have difficulties trying to complete daily activities without feeling anxious and panicked. I find myself constantly on edge, scanning my surroundings in terror that this cruel encounter may happen again or worse. I no longer permit myself the freedom of shopping for necessities alone. Either a family member or close friend that I trust accompanies me the simple task of shopping. This crime replays in my mind over and over again, making me question what I did wrong to deserve such a violation. I have to frequently remind myself that I did not provoke nor instigate such an indecent offense. It has become impossible for me to shop at my local grocery store just 3 minutes away from my home in a community that I grew up in and love. This is now a luxury that I can no longer afford or feel safe doing. the simple things we expect to do freely without persecution as human beings and members of a diverse society, I am no longer secure doing. I now live in fear of another unprovoked incident taking place, which no individual or group should have to endure. I have never experienced this degree of racism and hatred that is so degrading and vile. I'm still wrestling with the effects of this traumatic experience, which has left me feelings of vulnerability, fear, and paranoia unlike anything I've ever felt before. I feel humiliated, dehumanized, disempowered, and silenced to this day. These acts of hate should not be overlooked and must be addressed. I'm asking for you and your assistance in identifying and locating the suspect so that extensive consequences can be applied. The aggressor believes that it is okay to inflict harm and prejudice upon people of color, which we should not stand for. As I and my family suffer through this situation, your assistance is needed so that justice can be done and peace may be attained.
Who does that? Who spits on people? I think that's one of the most degrading thing you can do to another person. Spitting on a woman? Who raised you? What kind of human being is that? Like, that got to me. That got to me more than anything. The fact that he spit on her, his bodily fluid on her. And the crazy thing is, she was walking, he was walking towards her, she let him pass, she gave him way. And that's how he repays her. He calls her the N-word and spits on her. Oh my God, this made me really angry. And Tiana said she's been traumatized after this. She cannot function well because she kept thinking, like she keeps hearing his voice and his face is always right there. She cannot escape it. And it seems like she can't get over it. And it's understandable. How can she forget about this? Like, this is the most degrading thing you can go through, as well as being called the N-word. And this is a man that is saying these things and doing these things to you. I really hope that she heals faster. She visits a psychiatrist and just get over this thing, because she should not give him that much power over her life. This man is just pure evil in my eyes. Anyways, guys, do let us know down below what your thoughts are about this man spitting her for no reason. Even the police concluded that there was no reason for him to do that, and also calling her the N-word. I am Wongel Zelalem, bringing you the story. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.